Everything in this universe has a beginning. The Big Bang. The formation of nebular matter into stars and planets.
My apologies to everybody. God, oh, that was a right pain in the bum. Oh wow, never had to, I hope I never have to do that again to you guys. I've probably lost 99% of my viewers now, haven't I? Never mind, never mind. Hopefully this carries on where it left off and you can still watch. No, the wasp is not dead. The wasp was forcibly removed from the premises. Oh God, it was trying to get to where the damn thing was, around the back of a curtain, and the curtain's kind of in the way of the... it was a nightmare because I couldn't get to where it was on the curtain. I've got basically a window that's open and then like a mosquito net over the open window so that things can't fly in, but there was a little gap and he'd obviously managed to make it in there, and I'm like, oh, you little bugger. So he made it in, but of course, being an idiot, he couldn't find his way out again. So I had to kind of very gingerly and very carefully, with the knowledge that he could sting me and I could explode and die, kind of suggest that he goes outside very forcefully and carefully. It involved a bit of paper and a glass and much swearing and sweating, and I had to, the reason I had to stop the stream, again my apologies, was that I had to disconnect the camera and get round the back of where the camera goes and the cables and stuff to get him out, so I couldn't do that on telly, live on telly. Anyway, we're back now, so hopefully all is well. Where's the camera? It's in the wrong place completely. Let's get the camera in a decent place. How's that? How's that for me working and for you seeing? No, wherever I put the camera, it's in the wrong place. So can we turn around a bit? Is that better? Is that good? Is that a gooder angle for you guys? Right. So we'll carry on where we left off, which was applying the Midnight Fenrir decals to the arm. I need to make sure it's lined up with his, so we all look the same. Are we all looking the same? Yeah. Oh no, not quite. Those of you who know your Gundam, Mobile Suit Gundam lore and fluff, as the Warhammer people would say, will know what Midnight Fenrir is. You probably have a better idea than I do. But like we're saying, it's like an elite sort of band of Zaku pilots, special ops. Does this count as 2 live streams today? Yes. This is the one where we give stuff away. The other one was the one where I waffled and then flailed around like a frightened schoolgirl because there's a wasp. Right, where is this camera now? I can't see anything. I've still got the shaky a little bit because it's like if it was a bee. If it's a bee in my room, I'd be like, oh, there's a bee in my room. I'll just open the window and let him out. No problem. Because it's a wasp, I'm like, ah, flailing like a schoolgirl. So yeah, it's not awesome. I can't be doing with wasps. Bees I like, wasps just need to just not be around. Hello and welcome to the Wasp Stream Live. What happened to Fox? Oh, never mind that. Anyway, on today's Stingathon, yes. Fox, can you explain how to do water slides? I'm going to try my first ones today. I certainly can. Let me tie my hair back because I can do that now, and I'll get myself ready. I've just done a big one. Let me find a big one that I can demonstrate with, and something I can demonstrate on, because I can't really show you on a small one because that's a bit rubbish. Let me find a big one for you, and we can put it on here. So let's find a big ass decal we can use. I know what we can do. I know which one we can use. We can use one of these. Yes, so apologies for that nonsense. Numbers are climbing. Oh, you're up to 30. For this, what we're going to do, I'll sacrifice one of my Imperial Knight decals. This is how you do water slide decals. They're dead easy. Now you can, if you want. Shall I move the camera back a little bit? I don't know where the camera is. Right, if you want to, you can use my decal setting solutions. I've got microset and microsol. So I'll show you how to do it with these, but you don't actually have to use these absolutely, but they do come in handy if you've got decal setting solutions. So all you need is your decal that you want to apply, some water, warm water, not hot, I mean, you can use cold water, it just takes a little longer for the decal to separate. You need a cotton bud or Q-tip, a brush, some tweezers, and the thing you want to put the decal on, which in this case is this placemat. So, red lens in, welcome red len. Oh, I'm still a bit wasps, can't be doing wasps. Right, so all you need to do, dead straightforward. First of all, take your decal, cut it out neatly from the sheet. Now, depending on what you're actually making, as I was saying before, and hopefully this is on camera, as I was saying before, these Games Workshop decals are absolutely fantastic because the clear film stops where the printing stops. So you can just cut this out, cut that out. I know I can just cut that out, if I can pick it up, and not have to worry about the clear film on it at all. I don't trim that. I don't know if it'll show on camera, but you can see there the shiny kind of stops where the printed bit stops, and that's because that's literally where the film ends. The decals are incredible. Now on some lesser kits, cheap kits, you might find there's a big piece of clear around the edge of the printing bit. It's called the carrier film. In most cases you can ignore it. It's not too bad, and it will be hidden once you do weathering and everything else. But if it's really particularly bad, you can just trim around. Say there was a big bit of film sticking out here, you could just trim around that and just cut into it and cut it away carefully, you know, with your knife, and cut around to get rid of any excess film. But you don't have to, it's just kind of handy. Now, water slide decals are easy. Now, although I am doing this on these, I am not using a gloss coat first. I would recommend, if you can, use a gloss coat. The trick being, when you put a decal on the surface, you want it to be as smooth as possible when the decal goes on, so that if there is a big exposed carrier film sticking out, you don't get air bubbles trapped underneath, which is called silvering. It gives it a kind of cloudy look. So ideally, if you can, do a gloss coat over your model first, just to make it nice and smooth, sort of, to reduce the amount of risk of silvering at all. And all you're going to do, so imagine you've got your model, it's been gloss coated and that's been left to cure, so I've maybe coated it with pledge and left it for 24 hours, so it's nice and shiny. Especially if you've used like rough airbrush paints, you've sprayed on paints and they're all rough and textured. You don't want air getting trapped between the decal and the surface, so give it a gloss coat of something first, just to smooth it off. So get your decal, and all you do is you dip it in the warm water, like that, and then just let it sit on the side. Now it depends on the actual decal and who made it, but typically 30 seconds to a minute is about right, so just give it some water, coat it in some water. There you go, nice and shiny. And just let that sit for a moment. Have some tissue to hand. Seriously, decals, water slide decals are one of those things that people panic about, but they're actually one of the easiest things you can do. They really are, once you know what you're doing. Backification is in. What up, my dudes? Hey dude, welcome. I'm just teaching George Flouter in chat how to do a decal, and you missed a bit of a drama where I had to go and fight a wasp and stop the stream for 5 minutes. It's currently 11:30 PM for me and I have to wake up for 4 AM for school, says Beyblade Master. To hell with Fox is more important. Oh, thank you. But why'd you have to go up at 4? Oh, school starts at 7 but I have to wake up earlier to avoid traffic. Wow. And it takes me an hour to get prepped. Wow. Right, so that's been sat for a little bit. So we'll get our little brush. And you can see now, hopefully, I'll move it up a little bit. There we go. You can see now, and tell me if I'm not in focus, but you can see now the decal is moving freely on the backing paper, because what we're doing is getting the decal off the backing paper. So this is dead simple. What you do, take your decal. Again, if you've got a film around the edge that you can see, just try not to grab the film, the edge of the carrier film with the tweezers. And all you do is quite simply put your decal down, slide it onto your model. Use the brush. Now you will see me use tweezers to do this and not a brush, but it depends on the decal. It's just that I've been doing it long enough I can use tweezers and not rip the decal to shreds. But oh, hello, what was that? Somebody did something. Rezkia Fan Irwan has subscribed. Thank you very much. I got that wrong. Rezkia Fan Irwan. Get your name right. There you go. Subscribe. Thank you very much. You've seen that Aviad Madar's health has gone down a little tiny bit. So yeah, so you'll see me use tweezers sometimes, and I'll be like doing all this with. It's only because I'm used to it. While you're starting out, just use a brush. And what you can do is, once you've got the decal on there, you might want to align it into a specific position. So what you can do, if it seems not to want to move, get your brush first of all and just nudge it from the edge. And if it's sticky enough, it might not want to move much. Try dragging it around. This one's quite happy to move, but if it doesn't want to move, just get some more water over it and break the tension and just push it around. Try and go from the edge of the decal rather than pushing on top of the decal. Now you'll see me do it with tweezers. Again, it's just because I've been doing it for years. I kind of know what I'm doing and I can easily use tweezers, but if you want to use a brush, use a brush. Then all you do, that's on there. So what you want to do now is dry it off and get all the air out from underneath. So take yourself a cotton bud. You can use a piece of tissue, but I use a cotton bud. Put the cotton bud down flat, and then you don't push down hard, just gently, but roll it with your fingers like that. You're rolling it along the decal, and what you're doing is you roll it along. Not a lot of pressure, it's a little tiny bit of pressure, and all you're doing is squeezing out any excess water from underneath the decal. Because obviously once that water, ooh, keyboard's popped up, once that water evaporates away, it's possible if there's a gap there that air will rush in instead and you'll get an air bubble, and that's when you get silvering. So I'm just gently squishing it down and rolling the cotton bud like that to flatten it out. And theoretically that's done. That's a water slide. Just touch it off. That's a water slide done. It's that easy. Now what you might find is perhaps you're not lucky enough to be putting this on a nice flat surface. It might be a textured surface or a curved surface and it doesn't quite conform. That's where things like microset and microsol come in handy. What you can do is, once that's on there, you can get yourself some microset, which is a setting solution. It basically kind of softens the decal a bit and helps it conform to a surface. You can wash that over the decal very carefully. The aim is to coat it and get the setting solution just to run underneath the decal, underneath the edge. And what that will do is it will soften the decal and it will suck it down to the surface of the model, and it will help remove any little pits and bubbles where air and stuff might gather. And then what you can do is you leave that for 5 minutes or so. Marcin, I can't read it from here, where's the name? Marcin Shizhapowski has subscribed. I hope I pronounced that right. Is it right? Shizhapowski. I love Polish type names. Marcin Shizhapowski has subscribed. Thank you, Marcin. You've taken Aviad's health down a little tiny bit. Well done. Thank you for your subscription. Don't forget to click, if you subscribe today, don't forget to click the notification bell. That way you can be told when any streams or anything start. So yeah, so what you do is when you put the decal on first, before you even apply it, you can put some of this on the surface of the model, or you can do like me and put it on after you've got all the water out. That will just soften it and it will suck it down to the surface. Then you leave it for 5 minutes or so till it looks dry, and I'll fake this now because I'm just doing it for the demonstration, but sort of 5 minutes from now it would look kind of dry and nice and smooth. but you still want it to conform to a surface. Now a flat surface is no problem, that will be fine as it is, you wouldn't need any of this. But if this was say ribbed or textured or curved, you want it to conform even more. So that's when you come in with the micro sol. This is a solvent that slowly dissolves the decal. And the way it basically works is it just kind of really slowly thins the decal a little tiny bit. Now you apply it the same way as the set, you just brush it over the decal, hopefully on camera, and try and get it to, make sure you get it around the edges so it can try and seep underneath. And what this does is it again softens the decal, but it thins the film ever so slightly. And you basically give it 5 or 10 minutes, and you can just apply successive coats as soon as it looks dry, go and do another coat. Over time it will thin the decal film, it will help it sort of conform to any uneven surfaces, it will sort of bed it down even more, and eventually it'll give you a decal that painted on look, because it will suddenly conform to any uneven or rough surface, any curves or bends or anything like that. It will start to flow to them. So for example on here, if I was putting a decal over some of these rivet details, for example, you'd have a big sort of sticky up like tent shape where the rivet was under the decal. It would help it suck down to that, or edges or lips or anything like that. And the only thing, and what it will also do is, because it kind of like, it doesn't really erode it away, but it kind of removes a little bit of the film as it goes along, it thins it out. Sometimes if the carrier film looks really thick when you first start, you can see an obvious edge to it, it will slowly erode that away, so eventually it looks a bit more subtle. Now even when you've finished, you'll still find that your decals can look a little bit shiny, like these do, a little bit shiny compared to the background. Don't panic. They'll always look a little bit more shiny than the background. Once you've finished all that, once you've finished putting the decals on, and I'm not going to be doing this on these, but this is what you should do. When you've finished your decals, you need to then seal them in to protect them from any weathering you might be doing later on, or just to protect them full stop if you're not doing any weathering. You can either seal them with another gloss coat, if it's going to be a shiny model. You can seal it with a gloss coat and then go on and do lots of weathering if you want to, or you can seal it with a matte coat straight away. It doesn't really matter which you use, it depends whether you're going to be doing weathering or anything else. But you want to make sure once the decals are all on that you seal them with some kind of gloss or matte varnish, just to lock them in and stop them being affected, because I'm going to do weathering later on that involves lots of rubbing with cotton buds, and the last thing I want to do is rub them off the model. So when these are done, in fact I'm not going to do that, but that's because I've been doing this, I kind of know what I'm doing. But for you, gloss coat them, your model first, put the decals on, gloss coat it afterwards, or matte varnish it, whichever you prefer, depending on what you've got to do. It just means they're locked in. Now the only thing I would say is if you are using microset and microsol, do be aware they can a little bit eat away at your gloss coat, so don't go crazy with them. When you apply it, like I did here, just stick to applying the microset and microsol over the decal and just over the edge a little tiny bit so it can suck underneath. Don't go covering the whole thing in microset and microsol, because if you've used a gloss coat it can eat away at that, and that will give you a cloudy kind of patch. And if you do any kind of gunk wash or washes or anything like that, you'll see a watermark where it's eaten away at the surface of the gloss coat. So just restrict any decal setting solutions to the decal itself and just around the edge. But that's it, that's decals. They're not really hard. I would say the difficulty of doing them depends on the model and the manufacturer of the decals. So for example, like I said, Games Workshop do fantastic decals. Bandai decals are absolutely brilliant if a little bit thicker, and they have more obvious carrier film. Revell actually have some excellent decals because they use a decal manufacturer called Cartograph, who do the best decals in the world. And then you get other kits like Mobius. Their decals are cack, they're absolute gash, they're rubbish, they don't work, they fall apart, they rip, they tear, they're horrible. If ever you buy a Mobius kit, just don't buy a Mobius kit. Or try and get some alternative decals. If you've got a choice in a Mobius kit and a Revell kit, because sometimes you get the same kit, like the Colonial Viper, you can get the Mobius kit or the Revell version. They're both exactly the same kit, it's a Reeboks. Go for the Revell one. Why? Because it has the better decals. I will refuse to make a Mobius kit now because I can't stand their decals. So it varies. But I hope that helps anyway, George. He says, oh, thank you for that tutorial. No worries at all. There is a video on my channel on the how-to guide, I think, which kind of explains it as well. So feel free to dip into that any time. But just have fun with it. Do some tests and little sort of decals and stuff on something first, just for fun. and give it a go. If you're building Gunpla and stuff, get yourself on Amazon and buy lots of sheets like I have of sort of generic decals, because then that just gives you lots of decals to play with and test out. So, and whenever you finish a model and you've got, because especially if it's Gunpla, if you've got decals left, don't throw them away. Put them in a little bag and keep them. After about a year, you'll have hundreds of decals and spares. Yay, Fox shouting out for Revell, says Dad. Yeah, they do fantastic decals, and they do good cars, and there are some kits that are actually brilliant from Revell. They can make the effort and do really good kits. It's just 95% of the time they don't. They churn tap out. Backification says, I wish Bandai gave us water slides for all Gunpla kits. They are the best thing ever. Would happily pay the extra for it. I know, I really wish they would. I hate the fact that you buy a perfect grade and it's got stickers. That just really annoys me. They really do need to sort their nonsense out. Right, so let's do some more anyway. So I've got all these other decals to get on here. So it's not going to be very exciting watching me do this, but we'll get them on. Now, if you didn't watch the first half of this stream, and obviously didn't see all the wasp shenanigans going on, that's the first wasp I've seen in about 2 years. I was like, oh. Somehow it flew in here and it flew past the camera and I could see it, and then it was dumb enough to then go back behind the curtain and get stuck behind the netting. I'm like, yes, you can't go anywhere. Got you now. So yes, no idea what I was talking about. If you didn't see the first half of this, I am putting the decals on my armigers, my knight armigers. They are themed after, the whole army is based on the Principality of Zeon. So as I knock the camera, these are designed to look similar to mobile suit workers from the Mobile Suit Gundam The Origin, Zeon Mobile Workers suits. I'm going to move the camera a bit so you can see. I'm going to check the focus. Make sure everybody can see everything. Where's the centre of vision now? That's near enough. Right, so let's crack on. Again, if you didn't see the first half of this, don't forget, of course, we're going to be doing some giveaways. I'll do them in a little bit. Do some giveaways and stickers. We've got to do the wheel of giveaways to find out who won the shiny book from last week and what this week's prize is. And don't forget, of course, we've got the, where's the camera, Stream Boss Battle up here. We've now started chipping Aviad's health down a little bit. See there, he's down to 93,729. Don't forget, if you're not familiar with what that is, because we've had some new subscribers for this half of the show, if you're not familiar with what this is, Aviad is the stream boss at the moment. He's one of the viewers, one of my subscribers. He won a few weeks ago. He became the stream boss, and what you're doing is you're getting his health down to 0. And if you get his health down to 0, you become the new stream boss, and you will win 200 to 300 quid's worth of Warhammer kits, or whatever kits you want. You'll win 200 to 300 quid's worth of stuff. And how do you get his health down? You simply, if you're not already a subscriber, subscribe and tick the notification bell. That will take some of his health off. If you're in chat, using the live chat, you can click the little super chat button, and that will take an amount of health off if you do a super chat. And also, if you want to, you can leave a tip in the tip jar, which is streamlabs.com/modelmakingguru. That will also take some of his health off here. Now, the size of your tip, the more you tip or the more you put through a super chat, the higher amount of money, the more health you take off. And remember, whoever gets him to 0 will win at least, I mean, Aviad won 280 quid's worth of Games Workshop kits. So he basically bought, with his winnings, he bought the Knights Renegade set, the big massive Kill Team box set, a set of Kill Team cards, and a seam line remover. 280 quid he won to spend in the Warhammer shop. So if you're interested, get putting your little tips, and I'm going to move my marker. Get putting your little tips and stream chat things through. Where's the middle of the screen? There it is. And like I say, remember, the more you put through, the more it will take off. So if you put £1 through as a tip, or $1, that'll take off a certain amount. If you put $10 through, that'll take off a lot more. I'm going to make a little marker so I can see where the camera is. So it's all down to how much you put through. And it all goes to towards the prize fund. That's the whole point of it. Right, I need my knife. All goes towards the prize fund. Where's the centre of the screen? There it is. And Aviad was quite clever last week, the other week when he won, because I had about 10,000. I don't know how much I'd had. So many thousand health left. And everybody was just discussing about just putting a big payment through just to knock it to zero, and Aviad just popped $90 through. And it was like, bing, there you go, you're the stream boss, woohoo, you won. And he was like, oh, hello. So yeah, 280 quid worth of stuff. Right, let's see what the chat's doing, and then we'll crack on. Jason is lost in Japan. He says he's got some P Bandai on the way and it will be doing decals for the first time. This is necessary. Yeah. Welcome, Jason is lost in Japan. I don't think we've seen you on here before. Welcome. I wonder how much more expensive... Oops. I've lost that now. It moved. Oh well. I can't seem to find water slides for a 2.0 from a good source. What you can often find, for those of you who are looking for water slide decals for Gunpla, some of the decal sheets you can find, the sticker sheets you can find in water slide equivalents. They do complete water slide sets for certain mobile suits. I think like Strike Gundam and stuff like that. You can buy a set of decals, but they don't cover every single kit. So you might be you've got a kit and it's got decals, but they haven't stickers, but you haven't got the water slide set, and Bandai don't do one. Sometimes there are third-party places like Samuel Decal used to do them. I don't think he does them anymore, but he might still have some in stock. Some you go on Amazon or eBay, people will sell them. They're not always brilliant quality, but Bandai do sell generic sets of decals that are generic markings for Federation mobile suits or Xeon mobile suits. And even if you can't get all the ones that's supposed to go on that particular mobile suit, you can still get lots of warning decals and stripes and things like that. So you can still make them look good, but you might not be able to find every single set of stickers in decal form. Be very careful buying third-party decals. Some are very poor, says Dad. Says Mike Mountain. Yes, they are. Some of them are just like, they're just gibberish. They're not even English. Alikar Shadu said, Mr. Fox, did you get my email? Yes, if you sent me your details about winning the thing, then yes, I did. Let's have a look. Cool, we're back, says JS Idaho. Thanks, Mike. Email sent. DL and Flaming Snowflake decals are pretty top tier, says Richard Flanagan. Oh, cool, Richard. Welcome. I don't think we've seen you on here before. Time for lunchies, says Nim. Oh, I'm starving. After all chasing that wasp around, I'm starving now. Right, what are we doing? We're doing the... I've got to find out what I've got to put one on here. Not on him, because he's already got decals. On this little fella. This little fella here we're doing. There you go. Lovely, lovely. So, we'll just crack on. Do a couple more, and then we'll do our wheel of giveaways and all that nonsense. We need to find out who won the shiny blue book from last week. Who's going to get the Nagash the Undying book? It was beautiful, that book. Right, let this sit for a second. Andy McLeish, hello Dad. Fox! Hey Andy. Plus there's Haiku for generic walking decals. Yes, I've got, I don't think I've got any here in this set, but I've got a load of Haiku decals. Haiku are good actually. The third party ones can be a bit ropey. Apart from like Haiku and DL, they can have like really rubbish English on them. So you've got to be really wary. I've got a few sets where it's just made up English and some of the words don't even make any sense. But at certain scales I go with it because it's kind of funny. It's like an Easter egg that no one will ever see. So for some of them I kind of stick with it. Right, what can you see now? Can you see any of this? There we go. I've got the camera in just the wrong place. Have I stopped chasing yellow jackets around? Yes, it has been dispatched. I don't mean killed, I mean dispatched to the outside world. Well, you know, maybe it's been killed by something else. That'd be cool. Because I don't have time for wasps. No time for wasps. Right, so we're going to... That's not a brush. Now, again, if you missed the first part, I did explain that I'm not doing these decals, and this is where, George, you have to ignore everything I'm doing now. I'm not doing these decals as I would normally do them. Normally I would put a gloss coat down, I would get the decals on there, I would be using Set and Sol quite a lot, I'd be getting a gloss coat on the top. But I'm not with these. These are going, and this is where some people have conniption fits, these are going straight onto the paint. The bare, unabashed Citadel paint job. And you may wonder why, and it's purely because the Citadel paint surface is really, really smooth, because I've brushed it on carefully. yes, a gloss coat would make it smoother. These Bandai decals and the Citadel decals are really, really nice, so I'm not going to have too many problems. And I'm going to cover these up with weathering and stuff afterwards, and I'm going to be chipping them as well. And I will be putting some microcell on there, so I'm not too fussed if they don't come out like 100% spot on. And like I said in the other half of the live stream, if I was doing a display model, a shelf queen, then yes, I would gloss coat the model first, and I would, you know, get the decals on there and trim film off if I needed to, and be all careful, and then get on gloss coat on the end. These aren't display models, these are going to be played on the tabletop, and they're going to be dirty and scruffy, so I'm doing a quick and dirty job, in the same way that when I paint the figures, I'm not doing a display quality paint job, I'll be doing a quick tabletop standard paint job. I'm doing tabletop standard decals. It's all about, with my army, it's all about speed. I'm not going to spend 2 weeks painting this guy. I'm going to spend, a total, I probably spent about a day painting this, if you add up all the hours here and there. So it's basically decal straight onto the paint, bit of micro set, let that dry, a few coats of micro sol, let that dry. Once it's done, they'll be chipped with a pair of tweezers or a pin, then I'll go over with some more weathering, and that'll be it, and then they'll get a matte varnish at the end. So if there's a little bit of silvering, I'm not fussed. Again, it's tabletop, it's speed, it's about speed, these things. I need this one. So before anybody goes, my god, you've not used a gloss coat, and my god, you're doing this wrong, and yeah, I know. This is a speed build. Technically anyway, sort of a speed build. So they won't be, you know, the best things in the world. They won't be to my usual standard, but they'll look great on the tabletop. George Flouter, to be a Pokemon master is much less work. Beyblade Master says he's at school a minimum of 10 hours a day, 5 days a week, and most Saturdays. Where are you? Are you in Japan or somewhere? I know Japan have 6 days a week school. Where are you? Where are you, Beyblade Master? And George Flouter says, damn, those Beyblade schools are no joke if you want to be a master. That's why he says Pokemon is such easier. I go to a science school, they have higher standards. Oh, cool, science. Science is awesome. Andy McLeish says, dry brushing Fox. Dry brushing where? Dry brushing what? I've done all the dry brushing now. I've got some to do later on. What am I dry brushing? Oh, he's in the Philippines. Okay. In Manila in the Philippines. Nim's back. Yay! What did you have for lunch? Was it you that went for lunch? No, don't tell me because I'm starving. It'll just make me sad. So yeah, so these won't be like, you know, display cabinet shelf queen quality decal works, but in a way I'm lucky because Games Workshop decals are second only to Cartograph, and third in line are the proper Bandai decals. So I'm lucky in that I've got some kick-ass decals to put on, so I don't have to get really careful and worrying about things because they are that good. I'm going to have an easy time of it. Oh, and Incl says, yes, that's what I meant. Did you dry brush the mecha? Yes. I shall tell you in a moment what I did. Let me do my thinky bit first where I'm thinking about the decal. Where did that go? That goes... That's upside down, you spoon. Woo. Welcome to me where I put decals on the wrong way round. And then I've got tweezers that actually don't pick decals up very well. Oh, don't go upside down. Don't go inside out. No. 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 Come on, grab. There we go. Good girl. There we are. Now again, like I was saying before when I was telling you how to do decals, if you're just starting out, you might not want to move things around with a pair of tweezers like I do. The only reason I do it with tweezers like this is because I've been doing it long enough that I know, you know, how much I can abuse things like Bandai decals or, you know, Games Workshop decals or things like that. If these were, for example, Mobius decals, well, I wouldn't be applying them, but if they were, I wouldn't be going anywhere near them with tweezers because they just explode. Yes, dry brushing. I have done lots of dry brushing on this. What did I do? The whole thing was painted with the orange colour, which was a colour I can't remember. Brilliant, eh? How good was that? Jacquero orange. It was painted in that first, it was primed in black, then brushed over with Jacquero. No, it wasn't. It was primed in lead belcher spray. The orange armour parts were brushed over in Jacquero orange. The orange was then given 2 coats of Agrax Earthshade, carelessly and really thick, to make it look scruffy as anything. And then the Jacquero orange was dry brushed over again, just in the centre of panels, to leave the darker areas around the edges and the lighter areas in the middle. It's like kind of a post shading effect, but instead of doing it with an airbrush where you spray in the middle of a panel, I was dry brushing it, and I was using little circular motions to get a smooth blend. Don't just get your dry brush and do that. Use little circular motions and build up the dry brush slowly. That's how you do it. The metallic parts were, yeah, that was lead belcher, 2 coats of Nuln Oil. I put the brassy colours on with Balthasar Gold, Agrax on that Balthasar Gold. Then they were dry brushed with Iron Breaker, because it's a more interesting colour. And then once this has all been, decals are on and stuff, and all the weathering's done, it'll be matte varnished, and I'll dry brush over the metallics again with maybe Iron Breaker, and some parts with some other colours, just to bring back a little bit of bling to some of the edges. So but yes, it's all dry brushing and brush painting. There's no airbrush on this. The only airbrush it'll get is the matte varnish at the end, I think, if I use the airbrush matte varnish. Is the black strip paint or decals? The striping is freehand painting. I'll show you on this one, it might be easier to see. You can see it on there anyway. Yeah, it's just basically painted with Avalanche Sunset, brushed the black stripes on, then went backwards and forwards between the black and the Avalanche Sunset to make them all nice and straight and clean them up. Then I used a orange shade that I can't remember which one it was, but it may have been Cassandora Yellow, to put some shading around the bottom of the stripes. Used the Avalanche Sunset again over the top of the stripes to make them light again, so you got light and dark, because you've got the shaded bit there and the not shaded bit. So you had like a gradation between light and dark. And then just went over with the colour, the base colours again, with some chipping with the brown and the Avalanche Sunset, just to put some chipping on them. So yeah, no decals, it's all hand painted. Whenever you see like somebody painting a Warhammer thing, like on Duncan's videos, and they've got all this nice beautiful decals upside down, Foxx you spoon, yes. You get somebody with a nice like beautiful hand painted detail. It always looks like they paint it straight away. Like when you watch Duncan put hazard stripes on one of these or on something else. It's not how it works. You paint on the base colour, you paint on your stripe, then you realise your stripe kind of goes like that, so you paint on the base colour over the bit that goes like that, and then you go into the yellow bit, so you go back with the yellow, and you go backwards and forwards so you get a nice straight line. No one can just go straight lines. It's not how it works. So don't lose heart when you're trying to paint something like a little detail and it's all going all over the place and it doesn't look good, because that's not how anybody does it. There's always a back and forth. Always a back and forth. Right, now, before I do any more decals, I need to shut up and have a swig of tea. I know, tea, sorry. And we need to sort out the giveaways. So I'm going to put them to one side for a moment. Put them there. I'll move the water out of the way for obvious reasons. Beyblade Master says he has a spare set of version car new Gundam decals from a friend. He's looking for a kit to put them on because of another new. Keep all your Gundam decals, especially little warning decals and stuff. I've put them on everything. I've put warning decals on, well, look there, you've got, I don't know if you'll see, but there's 2 like rescue decals on here, little rescue symbols. On the Imperial Knight it's got little warning symbols all over it, and they're all Gundam decals. They're just generic warning signs. Anyway, no, giveaway time. Right, so let me take my visor off. Right, we need to do, Alikar Shadu is having pot noodles with Carolina chilies in it. Oh, pot noodles, oh. Right, let's see. Sometimes I feels like I look at decals and they crumble off the sheet. You've been making Mobius kits then, haven't you? Doing it long enough to know that you can destroy decals as early with tweezers or a brush. Yes. Fox, are you just drinking tea because the wasp stole your coffee? The wasp landed on my coffee and I didn't want to touch it after that because of disease. No, it's too hot for coffee at the moment. I've already had 2 big coffees today anyway. Right, so we'll do the sticker giveaways first. Now, what do we have today? We have, now, here's something. Cy Reynolds, last week, you won that. If you're watching this, you won this. because you answered a question in the chat. You haven't sent me your name and address yet. So, Cy Reynolds, you need to send me your name and address for this. I'll leave it a few weeks and keep reminding you, but eventually I'll just put it back in the stash if you don't claim it. So, Cy Reynolds, you won this last week or the week before. I need your name and address. I shall put the little email address there. Email address is different, folks. Remember, it's fox@modelmakingguru.com because I finally got my finger out and sorted it out properly. This week we have our normal Model Making Guru stickers, but we also have, thanks to Chris, a load of gross model stickers that I haven't cut into individual stickers yet. Have I got any others? Or is it just those two? I think that's the only two I've got at the minute because I'm out of... I've given all Dad's stickers away for scaly models. So there we go. If you have stickers, if you've got a YouTube channel and you've got your own stickers, or even if you've not got YouTube but you've got a Facebook page, Backification says, who won the ammo sticker? It was Cy Reynolds got the thing last week. Cy Reynolds. So I'm waiting for Cy to send me his name and address. If you have done, it may have, I've just deleted the email by accident. So if you have done already, my apologies. Send me it again. So yes, if you've got your own channel or Facebook page and you've got stickers for you or whatever you do, just send me some stickers, or if wherever you work or anything, stickers of anything. Send me some of them and I'll give them away. It's a good way for me to get a free sticker for my battle case. Now, yes, for prizes. Thanks, Dad. For prizes, I have all, for the last few weeks, I have all the stickers, all the UK-based sticker winners. Festa 67 Workshop, I'll send you some of mine, Fox. Thank you, dude. Everybody who's won stickers in the UK for the last couple of weeks, they were sent off yesterday. They should be with you soon. Everybody outside the UK who's waiting on stickers or prizes, anybody inside or outside the UK, anybody who's waiting for a physical prize, they will be going out in the next day or two. I'm waiting for Patreon payday. I tend to collect all the prizes together for 2 or 3 weeks and then ship them all out at the same time, just because it saves time. I only go to the post office once or twice a month, so if you're waiting for a prize or a sticker, don't panic. The UK ones went out yesterday in the post, the non-UK ones and the physical prizes, including Dave Barker's pack of varnishes, they're in little boxes down there. So we've got the puppy gun is waiting to go out. Whoever it was that won the trees and soap last week, and Dave Barker with his pack of matte varnishes from the live stream last week. So they will be going out in the next few days. So I'm going to get the phone. I'm going to find out if anybody sent me some questions. Let's have a look. So yeah, if you've got like stickers for your employer or whatever, stickers for anything, and you've got like a load of them, feel free to send them over. It's a bit of a free advert for whatever you're doing, and I get a sticker to stick on my Warhammer battle case, and I get stickers to give away. Right, so we'll see if we've got any questions to give away. Remember, if you've sent me a question and an answer and your name and address, and I use your question and answer, I'll send you a sticker. I'll log into the right email account first. Hello. Right, so before we go anywhere, right, here we go, we've got a question. Right, I have a question from Carl Smith, but I don't think he's watching. And he hasn't sent me his name and address. So, Carl, if you do watch this back, send me your name and address, I'll send you a sticker. Now, before we go anywhere, by this point, there's always a lag between the video, what you're seeing with your eyes now, video, and the chat. So, before we do anything, I need you to hit the refresh button, and when you've hit the refresh button, drag the bar and the video player all the way across to the right-hand side, so you're up to date. So, I'll give you a minute to do that. I'll have a swig of tea. Swig of tea! Oh, you can't swig tea, you can't slurp tea like that, it don't work. Coffee works, brilliant. Fox, I emailed modelmakingguru@gmail.com for the trees and soap. That's fine, my address technically still is modelmakingguru@gmail.com. I got round to setting up the divert, so fox@modelmakingguru.com, which looks a bit more professional than a Gmail address works. So if you mailed the Gmail address, it still works. It's that now. I'll still have that, so don't worry, Paul, I've got that. SpiddyQ, I don't have any stickers. Can I send you a Henderson's Relish one? You certainly can. If you've got one, I might stick it on my battle box for my Warhammer stuff. If you've got more than one, I'll give some of them away. Right, so, are we all refreshed? You've all pressed refresh and you've all dragged the slider across to the right hand side. I don't know where the camera is, the right hand side there. There we go. I've also got half, if I seem distracted, it's because I've got half an ear out listening for that wasp. in case, just in case, because unfortunately it was flying, it was buzzing at exactly the same pitch as my fan, which is not handy. It took a while to hear it. Anyway, right, shut up. So, refreshed and ready. So, here is a question. This is from Carl Smith. Carl, again, send me. I'll remind him in the model stream tomorrow. Or he may have not wanted one. I don't know. Anyway, I'll shut up. Carl, send me some stickers. I'll give them away. He's probably not even watching. I don't think he watches my Sunday stream. He does. He does actually. Anyway, shut up. Right, question for you. First one to answer gets it right. What year did Mig Jimenez create the Ammo brand? Ammo make paint and stuff. In what year did Mig Jimenez create the Ammo brand? Go. This is my quiz music. Don't forget, of course, he created Ammo when he split away from AK Interactive, so it's not quite that long ago. Bearing in mind, of course, he was probably the same age as me, so in some of those years you're putting up, he would have been like 12. I hope this isn't proper copyright music I'm humming, I'm just making it up. Nobody's got it yet. There we go. Backification says 2013 is the right answer. Remember, of course, I go off the answer I'm given. May not be the right answer, but whatever your answer is in the email I'm given is the right answer for me. So 2013 backification, you've won yourself a model making a guru sticker. So well done. Send me an email to fox@modelmakingguru.com with your name and your address, and just put you've won a guru sticker, so I know which one to do. If you've mailed me before to claim a prize and you've already sent me your name and address, I don't keep your name and address. As soon as I send you a sticker or a prize, I delete your email, because I don't need to keep your address details for safety and security. I delete them. So even if you've won something before, make sure to send me your address again. So just send me an email with your name and your address, and put in the email title that you've won a Model Making Guru sticker. Because what I do is I look at my inbox and I think, that's a sticker, that needs a sticker, that needs a sticker, that needs a prize, that needs a sticker. That's my to-do list. So if I don't have an email from you to send you something, I will have no way to know. And if you don't say in the email what I'm sending you, I won't know what to send you. So name and address, and tell me you've won a Guru sticker. Let's do another one. Carl, thank you for the question. So if you are watching, do remind me of your name and address, and I'll send you a sticker again. What do we have next? Next we have apparently I've got a login attempt on Patreon. That's not anything I need to know about. We have a question from Andy McLeish. Andy, you haven't put your name and address in here. Do I assume from that you don't want me to send you a sticker? Remember, if you do send me a question and answer, include your name and address, so I don't have to mail you to ask you what your name and address is. I say it every week. Nobody ever remembers. This is for another Model Making Guru sticker. Right, so we ready? This is an actual Warhammer question, so we're ready. First answer, fastest finger wins. First answer is right. Okay, here we go. From Andy McLeish. This is Warhammer. What chaotic entry was born with the demise of the Elder in Warhammer 40k? What chaotic entity was born with the demise of the Elder? Warhammer 40k. Go. Dude, what chaotic entity was born with the demise of the Elder? I don't know if it means Elder or Eldar. Might be Eldar. Ghost Lyle is straight in with badly spelled, but it works. Ghost Lyle says Slanesh. That's the right answer. I'll take any spelling, I'm fine. Actually, no, he got it right. No, he got it right. I take it back. Yes, I just got it right. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. It doesn't matter. Anyway, yes. So, Ghost Lyle, well done. Slanesh is the right answer. There we go. Andy McLeish sent you another one with my address on it, Fox. Hang on. Oh, yeah. He sent a mail saying, grrr. Again, that's twice now. I think they did the same last week or the week before. Okay, there we go. Right, there we go. Okay, I've got one more question, and we'll do this for a gross model sticker. So, well done, Ghost Lyle, or, oh, you're not Ghost Lyle now, okay. Well done, Ghost Lyle, send me your name and address, fox@modelmakingguru.com, with your, and just say you won a Model Making Guru sticker. If you want a gross model sticker instead, just say that, you'd rather have that one. If you've got one, you want that one, you can have either. I've got quite a few of these. Doesn't really matter, just say which one you want. And we have one more. Another one from Andy McLeish. Andy, tell you what, mate, do me a favour. Because now I've got a mail that says there's your address but doesn't tell me what I'm sending you. Send me one more email and just say, here's my address, please send me 2 stickers. Which ones you want? Because otherwise I'll forget and I'll send you 1 or like 12 or something. So Andy, send me one more email. Just say, send me 2 stickers, whichever ones you want, and here's my address. Please do that, otherwise I'll forget. So we've got another question from Andy. Osric 9000's in. Welcome, Osric. Adam and Clark, I've just noticed. Scott Sutherland, yep, everybody's in. Captain Weirdbeard, didn't notice you before. Just noticing all these names I haven't seen before today. Welcome to all of you. I haven't said hello to you. Right, last question. Here we go. You everybody ready? It's another Warhammer-y question. Andy always gives me the Warhammer questions. We do some Warhammer questions on this Warhammer stream. Right. Andy says, everybody ready? Oh, Roadie Hobby Corner, welcome. You're about to just see if you can win a sticker. That'd be quite cool. Okay, ready, everybody? What name was the original Warhammer 40k released as? What name was the original Warhammer 40k game released as? Go. What name was the original Warhammer 40k game released as? Bang, straight away Scott Sutherland says Rogue Trader. Somehow I thought Scott might know that. Scott, well done. Rogue Trader is the right answer, so send me your name and address. I know I've got it on in the group, but send an email anyway, because I need the email to remind me to send you some stuff. That's for a gross model sticker, but if you want an MMG sticker instead, just let me know. I'll send either. Doesn't matter. Right, well done. So that's all the questions done. So, Andy, send me your thing again, name and address, and say you need 2 stickers, because I will forget. I'm that rubbish. I need the reminder. So, well done. That's all the stickers done. Like I say, if you want a Guru sticker and you want a Gross sticker, if you want that and you want that, just tell me which one you want. I've got a whole mess of these, and I've got loads of mine, so we're fine. There we go. Awesome. Right, that's those stickers done. Let's get on to the good stuff. I think I got your email address. If you're in Sweden back vacation, then yes, you just did. Yes, if you're in Sweden, I've just had your email. Thank you very much. It's on the screen anyway. It's there. It's there. What trips most people up is that double G there. Model Making Guru. You have to kind of say it like Model Making Guru to remind yourself there's like multiple G's. Right, now, anyway, let's crack on. We've got to do last week's giveaway. Which is going to collapse. Hang on, I've got things falling over. Hang on a minute. I moved it and everything fell off. Oh. Right, now, if you remember last week, we were giving away this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful book. 855 of 1,000. It's a limited edition, which you can't see because it's not on camera. There you go. Nagash, the Undying King. The mountain air trembled with the squeal of splintering wood as the outer stockade succumbed to the greedy flames. The fire was not natural, for no natural flame burned the colour of pus. Natural fires left ash in their wake, not virulent shrieking mould. It was a fire roused by sorcery, and only sorcery could snuff it. Yes, to read the rest of the book you have to win this giveaway. So this is one of the limited edition ones. What that means is they only made 1,000 of them, and you could only buy them from Warhammer World. It was limited to Warhammer World, and they only made 1,000 of them. So if you want to win the 855th printing, look at that! Look at that! It's just it's beautiful, beautiful. That's what last week's prize was. Fox, can we get a stream of you reading books? I could do that, but I don't know how the copyright works on reading a book. Doing an audio book with actually paying the author. That would be brilliant though, wouldn't it? I could read something out. I'd have to find a book that's in the public domain so I can read it out. That's not a bad idea. I might do that. Right, so we need to find out who won this. So I'm going to press some buttons, and then I'm going to do something like this. So, here we are with last week's stream. I want Foxx to make ASMR flicking decals across the desk and such. I've done a few ASMR builds. If you look on my, look on my channel, which you're on now, go to playlists. I think there's an ASMR one in the Giara Zulu build, and there's another one somewhere else, and I can't remember which one it is. But it's just where I snapped it all together. But I just in the Sinanju Stein build playlist, there's an ASMR one in there where I just put them all together. There you see. You ask, I've already answered. Anyway, yes. So here's last week's stream. I asked you to do something about lightning. I don't remember why I did lightning. I hope this is last week's prize, isn't it? I think. Let me just double check. I just need to. Hang on. Let me just double check. I'm giving away the right prize here. Yes, it is the book. Yes, there we go. Just checking. So, I asked you to do me an interesting fact about lightning, and 31 of you responded with interesting lightning facts. So all we need to do is basically find a winner. So let's get the URL of this. We'll put it into the YouTube random comment picking software that picks random comments from YouTube randomly. We'll load the comments in. And we shall find out of the 37 comments, who won. You all ready? Are you all ready? 3, 2, 1. Alikar Shadu Tesla made lightning. Cool. Now that's cool because you won something. You won the C1 Metalizer as well. Cool. So you won 2 things. Cool. So Alikar Shadu, I've already got your name and address because you mailed me about the C1 Metalizer. So do send me another email. Let me come back to the magic screen of screens. There we go. So Alikar Shadu, you getting that anyway because you already entered that. You won that yesterday. You got one of these coming. I think it was you. It was you. Please tell me it was you that won that yesterday. I'd be really embarrassed if you didn't. That'd be really kind of bad. So you won that as well. So awesome. So I think if it was you that won this as well, remind me. I think it was. Then obviously I've not posted it yet because it's here. Drop me another email. Thank you, I just confirmed it. Drop me another email. I've already got your name and address, but drop me another email and just say that you won that as well. Because I say, I use my email inbox as the reminder list, tell me what to do. So if I need the mail to say you won this, just say the blue book. That'll be fine, and I'll make sure they both go in the same box. So well done, well done, well done, well done. It's the one beauty of a limited number of people watching and a small number of people commenting, that you tend to get the same people winning, so you can pile up some good winnings. Right, so swig of the tea. Oh, yeah. A thing of the beard, because I've now got a litre of tea in my beard. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. Yes, it's time for the Wheel of Giveaways. I got the music right and queued up and everything. Yes! I'm winning today. I'm winning, even though everything went wrong earlier on with the wasp. Shut up. So yes, we've got the Wheel of Giveaways. Now, you may notice the Wheel of Giveaways looks a bit more Spartan. Now, if you've never seen one of my streams before, this is the Wheel of Giveaways. And what we do is I have a huge stash of kits and all kinds of goodies that either are from my stash that I'm never going to build. It's either stuff that's been sent to me by a retailer or a manufacturer to promote their stuff a little bit and to give away as a prize. Or, for most of it, I'll be honest with you, most of it is from you guys. You guys have sent me stuff and you've said to me, here's a load of kits that I'm never going to finish building because they're in my stash and I've got too much. Or here's some stuff I want to give away as prizes on the Wheel of Giveaways. So, to all of you who've sent stuff in to give away, thank you so much. It's brilliant. If you've got stuff that you're never going to get around to building and it's in your stash, I would say sell it on eBay. But if you really want to give it away as a prize on this show, just drop me a line and we'll have a chat. But yeah, this is stuff mostly that you guys have sent me. Now, it's not everything on the wheel right now. You'll notice last week there was a lot more stuff on there. I haven't actually got space to get everything out ready every time I do a stream, because I have to have everything ready in case, so I can pull out whatever wins. So what I've done is I've just taken a small selection of the stash, I've put it on the Wheel of Giveaways, and I've got it here with me. And then each week, every time we take something off that will be the prize for the next week, I'll go and grab something from the stash that's hidden away in storage in the other room. So I haven't got everything, it will just be a smaller selection, a subset, as you will. A subset of stuff on the wheel each week. So don't worry if you've sent me stuff and it's not on the wheel right now, don't panic, it's still there, it's just I've not got every single thing in the stash right now because I can't fit everything in the room. I ran out of space. So, how does this work? Dead easy. All we do is I'll spin the wheel and we'll find out what's the giveaway for this week. So you ready? I'm going to press the button. Now you're going to get the noisiest and most annoying sound in the world, second only to my voice. Ready? 3, a 2, a 1. I hate that noise. I really hate that noise. It's even clipping and it's built into the app. And the winner is Carrion. What is Carrion? Let me go and find it. Hang on. Carrion is... Oh, well, it looks like we're doing another book week this week because I'll just close that down. Hang on. Yes, Carrion is another... That's the wrong book. Wait, is that the right book? No, it is the right book. Carrion is another Warhammer book. And it's another beautiful, beautiful limited edition one. It's number 811 out of 1,000. And it's signed by Chris Wright, the guy what wrote it with his hand and writing and everything. This is another beautiful, beautiful bound book, leather bound with the shiny gold. This is an Inquisition novel. Let's have a quick read of a sentence. Yeah. The Carrion Throne from the Vaults of Terror. Let's have a look. Yet even in his deathless state, the Emperor continues his eternal vigilance. Mighty battle fleets cross the demon-infested miasma of the warp. Only the route between distant stars, their way lit by the astronomicon, the psychic manifestation of the Emperor's will. Vast armies give battle in his name on uncounted worlds. Greatest amongst his soldiers are the Adeptus Astartes, the Space Marines, bioengineered super warriors, and so on and so on. So, this is a beautiful, beautiful book. It weighs about that much. Yeah, it's got many, many words, all lots of small print, and it looks fantastic, and it smells... Oh, it smells brilliant. So, this is a new book. Again, it's a limited edition, so this will have been 811 of 1,000. It would have been limited to, I'm going to guess this will be another restricted, only available at Warhammer World, and only 1,000 of them. So, and I'll be honest with you, these actually go for quite good money on eBay. So the fact that these have been gifted to us, to all of you guys, to be often, well, I'll start that again. The fact that these have been gifted to me to give to you guys as a prize is an incredible thing, because he sent me a load of books and they're all worth quite a lot of money. So this is the prize. So, oh, Beyblade's off. Okay, mate, we'll watch the video later on to find out how you can win. Just you'll know what to do. So all you need to do to win this beautiful, beautiful book, which smells fantastic and divine, is, it says, it looks good, but I'd never read it. It says Nim. You will. So yes, if you want to win this beautiful, beautiful book, all you need to do is wait till this show is finished, and make sure you do it. When I finish, I'll label them as part 1 and part 2. So you need to make sure you put in your comment on this episode, part 2. I hope this will work. I hope it hasn't overwritten it. Anyway, you need to put it on this episode, part 2. So wait till the stream is finished. Give it about 10 or 15 minutes after it's finished, and then just simply go and put a comment on the YouTube video, because it'll be a video on my channel. And all you need to do is you need to put a comment on the video for this half of the show, and it needs to be a comment about, you need to tell me why trumpets are awesome. Oh no, actually forget that. Give me a fact about trumpets, just because this is making me think of trumpets. I don't know. It's trumpets, see? So yeah, I'm getting all northern now. So yeah, give me a fact, true or otherwise, but interesting nonetheless, about trumpets. So put down a trumpet fact, and next week we'll pull a winner and see if you can win the Vaults of Terror, the Carrion Throne. Now, I'll tell you what, it's quite funny that it keeps pulling out the books and things like that, because there are some awesome kits in that stash. You've seen on the unboxing videos the kind of things that are in that stash. Oh. So there you go. Well done to whoever wins that. That's, well, no, good luck to everybody, I should say, who decides to enter that. It's a beautiful book, and it smells loud. It smells nice. Is a trumpet bazooka. Trumpets, they be loud. Trumpets of Donald. Beautiful bill binding. That it is. It's a beautiful book, and it smells fantastic. Smells clean. So there we go. That's the giveaway for next week. The big book of trumpets. It's not a big book of trumpets. So anyway, let's crack on with some decals, shall we? We've got about half an hour to go, so I'll have a quick go for more decals. Where are we? I've forgotten what I'm doing now. I need my visor of seeing and I can't find it because I haven't got it on. Where is it? Where's my headset? Where's my... Oh, I need to see. For that, I need my seeing thing, which I can't see. Ironically, because I've not got it on. Ah. Right, who's got my visor? Where is it? There it is. I've got it. There you go. Panic over. Right. So yeah, we've got about half an hour to go, so do pop me any questions if you've got any questions or anything like that. Still got half an hour to pop your super chats through or your tips through the tip jar. Streamlabs.com/model making guru to try and get Aviad's health down a bit more. It's going a bit slowly. It's on your head, says Colin at Festa 67's workshop. Yes, very good. It is going down quite slowly. Remember, the faster you guys all put your tips and super chats through, the quicker his health goes down, and the faster somebody out there, one of you, wins 200 to 300 quid worth of awesome stuff. So no rushing, no pressure, but it's awesome stuff that you can be winning here. So let's do some more decals. It's a bit far away, so zoom in a little bit maybe. I won't zoom in, but I'll move the camera a bit closer. There we go. Are we in focus? Are we in focus, darling? I don't know, darling. I'll just check, darling. Hang on, darling. We're kind of in focus, darling. There you go. Lovely. Yeah, so get your tips and super chats coming through. And one of you can win some awesome stuff. I have to tell you, when I ordered all the stuff for Aviad, his prizes, it was like 300 quid worth of stuff. I was so jealous that I had to put his address on it, not mine. There's something not good about submitting a massive order to Games Workshop that doesn't have my address on it. It made me sad. I had a moment of sadness. It wasn't nice. It's the right way around, isn't it? Yes. Do. Let's put some little Aquilas on the feet. Somebody do check, by the way, what the plural of Aquila is. Is it Aquilas or Aquilae? I think it was Aquilas. I think. What are we doing here? There we go. Where's the camera? There it is. Kenneth M. Hey Kenneth. Welcome. Got about half an hour to go, so you timed it well. Glad to have you in the chat, dude. It's not the same without you. How's the spider? Has he gone yet? Have you got your water pot back? Or is he burrowing it for residence now? Is that him set now there forever? Make that straighter because it's not quite straight. There we go. That's better. Steady on, slag bladder. Old Flashheart will save the day. Says Andy McLeish. Slag bladder. So at the minute I'm just putting on the Aquilas on the feet. And I'm kind of... The Aquilas on the pauldrons and feet are really the only sort of Warhammer decals I'm applying. The rest are all non-Warhammer. I'm missing a thing somewhere. I'm sure I am. Kenneth M. has moved on, so I can start painting again. Yes. For those who don't know, Kenneth had he put it up in the Boom Hut, and if you're not remember the Boom Hut, do go along. It's facebook.com. I'll put a link in the chat. Hang on. No. Facebook. I can use my keyboard now. Groups. That's not how you spell groups. That's not how you spell groups either. /model boom. I can't type for some reason when I'm on camera. There you go. That's the Model Maker's Boom Hut. Or if I've screwed it up, if one of the mods can put the address properly. It's a nice little group online. Everybody there is awesome. Go and join it. But yes, Kenneth posted up a picture of his water pot, which had a rather significantly sized huntsman spider on it, who we were reliably informed was actually a baby. So not big for a huntsman, but big for anybody who lives outside of Australia. And it wouldn't get out of his water pot, so we had to go and put it outside. Bless it. And I was like, I hate spiders, but I was kind of like, cool. That'd be kind of cool if I got that. I don't think I'd panic if I had a huntsman spider, because I know they're harmless. And I know they kill all the nasty things and protect people, because they help peoples, because they eat all the things that want to kill you. So I probably wouldn't freak out if I'd freak out a little bit, but I probably wouldn't be too worried if I found a huntsman in my room. I'd be like, awesome. Whereas a house spider, yeah, screw those guys. They're small enough and fast enough to just be terrifying and make me go all wibbly wobbly and want them out. But they're not as bad as wasps. Who are you kidding, Fox? Says Nate Bliss. Well, I mean, obviously, if I saw a huntsman now, I probably would freak out because I'm in England and you don't see huntsman spiders. But if I was, you know, if I knew that it was a possibility that I would see a huntsman because I was in Australia, g'day, then I probably wouldn't freak me out. So if I came in a room and I saw one was in the corner of the room, we're like, oh, there's a huntsman in the corner, it probably wouldn't scare me. I wouldn't be scared of it. I'd be like, oh, I'll just throw it out. Because it's like, I don't like house spiders, but I like beetles and things and big fluffy moths. I don't mind those. You know, I'll see a massive beetle walking across the floor, I'll just pick it up and throw it out, put it outside. I'm not bothered about them. So, I'll probably be alright. If I knew it was a huntsman, for sure. If I didn't know what it was, I'd probably just, like, soil my trousers. Kenneth says, I'll remember that next time you freak out. I'll say that again. I will remember that you won't freak out next time I send you a package. Yeah, I think if I opened a package, I think the important thing I said there, Kenneth, was if I was living in Australia, kind of, if I expected one. If I see one here in the UK where we don't have huntsman spiders, I would, you know, basically require new trousers. Also, next time you send me a package, it'll be the slowest unpackaging video ever. I'll take my email address off the screen, you don't need that now. Your queen of the chat says spiders are fine at a distance. Yes. I don't mind spiders in the garden, just not in the house. Yeah, it's like, I like garden spider. We get them in our garden, big fat garden spiders all the time. Diadem spiders. And they're great, because I can sit and watch them do their webs and catch things and do spider things. Although they have a habit of building big fat webs right across all the bits I need to walk along, which is a bit annoying. But yeah, I don't mind garden spiders, they're brilliant. Sit and watch those quite happily for hours. And for some reason, garden spiders, in my entire 47 odd years of life, I've never, ever, ever, ever seen a garden spider in the house. They just seem to know not to enter the house. I don't know why. I don't know how they know. And you could say, well, they like it outside. That's why the garden spiders. Yeah, but how do they know what outside is? How do they know the inside is not the outside? You see what I mean? You see what I mean here? So, yeah, I don't know how garden spiders know instinctively not to come in the house. Yeah, it's cool. I like garden spiders. Garden spiders. Oh yeah, I forgot to say hi to Alex. Hey Alex. You say hi to Kenneth, you say hi to Alex at the same time. Okay, so that's that one. Basically, I'm just replacing what would typically be the heraldry marks on these things with the Xeon things. Put a bit of sol on that. Richard Flanagan, big spider in the shed next to the laser, hoping he gets all the radioactive and bites me one day. Yeah. Wait, you got a laser in the shed? I don't want to. I don't know what's cool. What's cooler, that you've got a big spider in the shed or you've got a laser? I love the way he just nonchalantly said next to the laser, like everybody has a laser in their shed. It's like saying, oh, yeah, put it in the back of the car next to the rocket launchers. Wait, what? Next to the laser. Just mention that like it's normal. Do I even want to know why I've got laser in your shed? I mean, let's not mince words, Bones. Of course I want to know why you got laser in the shed. How cool is that? It's not like I know anybody else with a laser in the shed, is it? Nimson says, what, you don't? Andy McLeish says, wait, what? Doesn't everyone? Rocket launchers are so 1999. Yeah, open the door one day and the spider's armed. Yeah. Right, what are we doing now? Now we're doing this one. This wee little wee fella. Rail cannons. Whoa. Australia is uncomfortably close for Australian spiders. Yeah. Yeah. I have held the tarantula in my hand. It was an orange knee tarantula, so it was beautiful silver metallic colour. It was kind of that colour. This kind of same colour as this water tray. Beautiful silver like colour. And it had bright orange kneecaps. And it was in my hand, like it was like that big. And it was beautiful. And I was like, go on, put it in my hand. And they put it in my hand and I was like, oh, that's incredible. It was tiny. And it felt like nothing. You could just about feel it, the weight of it on my hand. And it was amazing. I just sat there and I'm like, that feels incredible. So I've held the tarantula and that was awesome. I don't mind massive, big, slow-moving spiders because they're fascinating. JS Idaho says that night is looking great, Fox. Thank you very much. I'm kind of going for the Xeon mobile worker look, which hopefully I've pulled off. I've kind of stolen the design from somebody on the internet who posted a picture up of their build of a mobile worker. I thought, I'll have that, thank you very much. And stole the paint scheme completely. But I'm not scared to admit that. That's what we do as creatives, we take inspiration. I'm not sure though, I kind of get this feeling that putting caution markings and warning markings and ejector seat markings, is rescue point markings, is kind of heretical. Because surely in the Warhammer universe, you're hardcore enough that you don't worry about having like, you know, rescue points and health and safety markings and things. I'm sure that's not something that happens in the Warhammer universe. Okay, so that's that one. Oops, daisy. Oh, JS Ido's off. Right, to have to go. Thanks for the show, Fox, and everyone have a great Sunday. You too, dude. Enjoy whatever you've got to go and do. Zadster says, I invested $1.99 in that Hachette GW partwork thing. Cheap paint. Also, the brush seems to be half decent. I actually showed earlier on, I went to my local corner shop to buy some toilet roll and milk, and I got 2 of them. I got two of them. So for £4, I got 6 dudes and 15. Well, I got 2 quid. I spent £4. I got 20 quid's worth of figures, so it's 6 figures, and about 15 quid's worth of paint because it's 6 paints. So yeah, I'd say if you go back to your shop, dude, go back to your shop and buy any other copies they've got. Because even just 2 quid for the 3 paints, the 3 paints you get, I don't know if you saw Paul when I showed it, the 3 paints you get, I don't care about Macragge Blue, Abaddon Black's quite useful, but that is the money maker for me. Retributorama is a beautiful paint, it's a fantastic paint, awesome paint, and to get 2 of those for an outlay of £4 plus 6 figures, no. Needs a tow or lifting point, says Kenneth. Oh yeah, I've actually got many tow point and lifting point decals. So I need to, is there somewhere I can attach one? No. There are little bits on the back where I could glue something in, because I have got some tow hooks type things. But yeah, I've got some little, I don't know if it'll come out on camera, but there are little, let me see if I can zoom in, hang on. Zoom, that's focus, you idiot. That's not zoom. There you go. On some of my Gundam, generic Gundam decals, you've got some tow points, some lifting point decals. Can I get it to focus? Yeah, so you've got a few of those. So I may have to put some of those on it somewhere. Sounds like a good idea to me. go. Right, what we're doing now. I've only got a few more to do. What are we on? 42. I'll get the last few done. How do these go on now? These go on the legs, and they go on like that. It's going to be dual wielding now, the two at once. Is that the model that shares the armour plates with the Dune Crawler? Yes. You'll see there, that part here. This very part here may look slightly familiar to you. This bit on the left. I know it's at a funky angle, by the way, because my camera's off to the side, so this bit here is the bit you may recognise on the leg. So I guess they share the same parts. I guess, is the Dune Crawler Imperial? Kenneth put a picture up of the sprue for his Dune Crawler, and it had that exact part, these leg armour. And so I didn't realise that Games Workshop, although the Armiger sprues are brand new, they've recycled the part for the leg armour. Just no problem with that. My Games Workshop limited to 1 per person is still ran out in a day and a half, says Richard Gibbs. Yeah, I said before, if you want to pick up some of that, the Warhammer, what's it called? I've forgotten now. The Warhammer thingy magazine part work. The worst place you can go is your local Games Workshop, because they will limit it, and everybody who goes there knows what it is, and they'll all want it, because who isn't going to go and get all that paint for, like, you know, £1? So yes, don't go to your local Games Workshop. What you want to do is go to your local newsagents or corner shop or post office or anybody where it's like a little local shop. Don't go to your local town centre, WH Smiths or anything, because again, people that know what Warhammer is will go there to try and get one. If you go to your little corner shop that's just like in a village or something like that, where your population of your village is like 3,000 old people and some children, and you might be the only person in a 10-mile radius who actually knows what Warhammer is, and your newsagent will have ordered like 1 or 2 of them maybe, if you're lucky, and you can have them all to yourself. That's what I did. Just walked into the newsagent to buy some toilet rolls, and I was like, oh look, they've got 2 of them, not anymore. Woo! Yeah. So go where there won't be people that know what they're looking at. Is that the right way? No, I need to do it that way. So yeah, don't go to your local Games Workshop. You'll probably find it in most newsagents will have at least 1 or 2, because it's a part work. They always have that interest in getting 1 or 2 of them. They also had a couple of other part works on the shelf at the same time. I didn't know what they were for. One was for some nonsense Marvel drivel, and one was for something else. But they'll always have like 1 or 2, because what they'll do is you can subscribe directly to Hachette for the thing, or you can subscribe through your local newsagent, who can then order them for you. And your newsagent likes that, because it means you go to the newsagents to get them every month, and perhaps buy, you know, a load of like bottles of White Lightning or something while you're there, or something. Oh fudge! I smudged it. So yeah, don't do it from the big chain stores. Don't do it from GW. Don't do it from like town centre shops. Just do it from your local corner shop, local newsagent, maybe the post office, because they'll have only a handful of copies, but nobody else there will care or know what they are, and you'll be in like Flynn basically. I'm tempted to subscribe for the bits, then cancel, says Zadster. Well, there's 80 issues, dude. I will show you, by the way. Let me just do this and I'll show you before you make that decision. I've forgotten which brush is which now, never mind. Let me put this on here, 1 sec, because I'll show you what you actually get over the 80 issues. Because I really want, I'm sorely tempted to subscribe, but I can't afford it. I haven't got 25 quid a month spare, unfortunately. So I'm not going to be subscribing. I'd love to. I haven't got the finances to do it. But if you do subscribe over the course of 80 weeks, you get all that, all that, all that, and all that. You get, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. You get a whole mess, a metric shit ton of Space Marines, Primaris Space Marines. Apparently some of the figures are exclusive and limited to this production. There's one here somewhere. My keyboard keeps popping up. There's one here somewhere. Where is he? There's one with a knife. He's running and he's got a knife. This guy here, who's like pulling a sword out of a sheath, he's exclusive to this set apparently. So all these guys, you get the Primaris repulsor tank, you get a big massive dreadnought, you get a land speeder, 3 bikes, a trike, 3 of the jetpack dudes, and all these guys. On the Deathwatch side, you get all the day off Deathwatch Space Marines, some Pox Walkers, a Deathwatch Rhino, you get the sympathetic blight hauler or whatever it's called, the lymphatic, I can't remember what it's called now, it's got some, the nymphomaniac blight hauler, the bloat drone, fetid, it's not even on camera is it? You get the fetid bloat drone, you get that tank thing, the plague crawler, whatever it is, and you also get all these scenery parts. A lot of these scenery parts are no longer in production apparently, I've been told. Some of these are actually discontinued apart from in this set. And you also get all those paints. You get all, hang on a minute, I've got to unfold now. You also get all them paints, all them brushes, you get dice, you get all the parts to play, you get the paint holding things, you get a seam line removal tool, you get all kinds of stuff. You get more than you get in you know, one of the box sets like the Dark Imperium. You get much more than you get in that. Dark Imperium is probably like, you know, most of that, but not all of it. You don't get that, you don't get that, you don't get that. Or the bikes. And it's, from what I've heard, it's about 900 quid worth of stuff that you're paying about 650 quid for at Games Workshop prices. So yeah, I'm sorely wanting to subscribe to it just to get all that stuff, but I can't afford it. I haven't got 25 quid a month. So, but if anybody out there, if you're thinking about it and you've got the money and you can afford 25 quid a month or so, do it. I'd like a shot. I'd be all over it. Do it, because it's kind of a good way to build an army up. Right, I've lost a decal somewhere. Never mind. I've got many, I think. That thing where you put a decal down and then it vanishes, never to be seen again. Always the way. Oh well, never mind. Right, so I think that's going to do us anyway. And they're all the, by the way, all the figures are the easy to put together ones where you just snap them all together. Although I had to glue the armour because it wouldn't fit. So that's one of the dudes you get in the set. So I'll have a look. Let's have a look at the comments before we call it a day today. Thanks for the show, Fox, and everyone have a great Sunday. Oh, you said that one already. Mickle Pickle, I'm off, guys. Got to feed the kiddos. They're hungry for some reason. Just sell them. You'd be much better off. Let's have a look. He's the pull my finger sergeant. There you go. Pull my finger. It's not going to be 80 issues, lol. Not with my finances, says Adster. Yeah. Sorry, car getting worked on. Grr, says Andy McLeish. That's not a knife, says George Flouter. That's not a knife. I'm not into Warhammer 40k is the thing, but some of the models look amazing. They are. I mean, I wasn't into Warhammer 40k to play it. I just thought some of the models looked great, and I got some, and now I really want to play the game. Are the paints full-size pots? Yes, these are the paints I got with my issue 1. £4 today for issue 1. £4, and I get 2 McCrag Blues, 2 blacks, and 2 Retributor Armours, plus 2 brushes, which are, let's be honest, they're the crappy starter brushes. They're not the plastic and a bit. That's rock hard. It's not even bending. You have to soak that. 2 crappy starter brushes, and I got 6 dudes because I bought 2 of them. £4, and that by itself is about 15 quid worth of paint. I got 6 dudes, which is about 20 quid worth of dudes. Because I got, where have they gone? I got 2 packs, so I got 2 sprues, 3 dudes on each. That's about 20 quid worth of dudes. So really, you're looking at about 35 quid for £4. It would be my luck. I get a bunch of scenery and useless stuff that I can't play with. Lol, says Salty Johns. No, it's all you. By the end of it, you build up the whole army. I think by the end of the 2nd issue, you've got enough to have a little skirmish game with, and they'll tell you how to play it. What's £25 in America and 30 bucks or so? Probably about that. 30, 35, 40 maybe. But it's only in the UK at the moment. Don't forget the UK price includes 20% tax. £15.30, says Richard Gibbs. You missed the whole stream. Oh, Ace Gunplayer. Hello all, says Ace Gunplayer. Yeah, you missed the whole stream. Do. George Photo, 20% tax for a subscription. We have VAT, value-added tax, on everything in the UK, so we pay VAT on stuff. So whenever you buy something from a shop in the UK, it's the price plus VAT, value-added tax on top. So, like this, issue 1 is £1.99. Has it got it on there? Is it on here anywhere? Like how much the VAT? It'll say, because it's including VAT basically. But yeah, so issue 1 is £1.99. Issue 2 is £4.99. You get some Death Guard Plague Marines. Issue 3 is I don't know. That's just if you subscribe anyway. But you get loads of other stuff. You get like you get issue 3 free when you subscribe for issue 2. You end up with some nippers, but they're not the nice quality nippers. They're the kind of cheapy ones you get in the starter sets. You get binders, you get a paint handle, you get some brushes and chart rocker. It's kind of cool. So yeah, if you've been thinking about it, if you're wanting to build up an army and you want to save some money, then it kind of works out. You're paying 600 odd quid for 900 quid worth of stuff. Some scenery you can't get, some exclusive figures you won't get anywhere else. It's a lot of money. It's over 2 years as well. But one hopes they'll build it with the skirmish games as you get the figures. We'll see. But even if you're not, just £1.99 to get 3 figures and some paint, just do it. I would. Go and buy 3 of them. You get a load of paint to play with. Right, what are we doing? Is this something we can't get stateside? At the moment it's just in the UK, but if it's anything like the D'Agostini things, they'll probably launch it everywhere else as well. I suspect it will do well, and I suspect they'll launch it in the rest of the EU and then in the US. I can't imagine they won't. But yes, the website is Warhammer 40,000 Conquest. Check on there. I'll see if I can post the link. Hang on, let me do a link for you. Warhammer 40,000 Conquest, because I can do this now. I've got my keyboard for my iPad. I can do this. Right, there we go. Paste and kapow. Hopefully that comes through as a link. Yes, if they're anything like D'Agostini, it wouldn't surprise me if a few months down the line they launch it in the US, because if it sells well over here, if people fall all over themselves to do this, because don't forget they've already done the test run a few months ago and then stopped, and then they relaunched it, because like they do with D'Agostini, they do a test run, see what the response is and launch it again. I suspect they will do it elsewhere. They won't just do it in the UK. Let's have a look. Kenneth M says, I got 2 new paint handles thanks to Foxx. They are awesome. Yes. Kenneth was joking in the chat about not having any paint handles when everybody else has, so I sent him a couple of paint handles. Zadster says, VAT is on everything except books and some health items and kids' clothes. Yeah. Everything is VAT. So, but we kind of, it's one of those things that people who aren't native to the UK have to think about. But when you live in the UK, you don't even notice it, because nobody really talks about it. You just say, how much is that? It's a £5, please. The shopkeeper will be like, this is £10. What they mean is it's £7.50 plus 20% VAT, so it's £10. So you just assume that everything's VAT, has already got VAT on it. And when something says, you know, it's £5.99 excluding VAT, that means yes, it'll be £7.50. So there you go. But I think that's going to do us, guys. I think we're kind of up to date. It's 5 to 7, 5 to 5. Oh no, 5 to 6 even. Get my numbers right. I've not done much today. I do apologise for the break in the middle. This is bloody wasp. Hopefully, I never have to go chasing a wasp again in the middle of a stream. I tried to do it as quickly as I could without killing the stream, but in the end, I had to move the camera and stuff out of the way, so there's no way I couldn't do it. But thank you to all who came back. If you want to take part in the Winnie Weenie prize thing to win that lovely, lovely book, then don't forget, of course, make sure you put your comment about, what did I ask you to do? A comment about trumpets, trumpet facts. Make sure you put your comment on this video. So I'll label them as part 1 and part 2. Make sure you put it on this video, part 2, not on part 1, because I'll pull the winner off part 2. If you do put a comment on part 1, I'll probably reply to it and say, dude, put it on part 2. So if you want to win that beautiful book, stick a comment on that. Give me an interesting but not necessarily accurate fact about trumpets on this week's part 2 show. But I think that's going to do us. So thank you so much for everyone who watched part 1 and part 2. Next week, Don't know what we're doing next week. I have taken delivery of something that will be neat that I have requested. Let's start that again. I've taken delivery of something from my Torox Prime. This is where Kenneth gets amused now. I like the Torox Prime, I don't like the tracks on it. I've ordered something to rectify that problem. So if I've got these guys finished, I'll carry on with these guys for the rest of today, because weekend is my Warhammer time and weekdays are my everything else time. So during the week, of course, I'm working on Jordan's, what you can't see, I'm working on Jordan's big Gumpler that you can't see because it's right up against the camera. I'm working on that this week, and weekend time is my Warhammers. So I'll see if I can get these guys finished today. If not, when we come back next week, I'll probably be doing the finishing touches on these, maybe basing them, or if not, I might have started on the Torox Prime or something else, but I don't know yet. I don't know yet. But until the next time, go and make something awesome. Go and be awesome. Go and get yourself one of these if you're in the UK. Go and get yourself one, £1.99. I'm not being paid. I'm not sponsored by Warhammer. It just seems like a blatantly obvious idea. £2 for 10 quid worth of paint. 10 quid worth of figures. Yeah, hello. Go and get one. But until next time, take care of yourselves. Take care of yourselves. Go make something awesome. Go be awesome. I'm stretching this out now so I can get everything ready. And there was one other thing as well. Oh yeah, don't forget, we're back for the E-Model stream tomorrow night, Monday, 9 PM at BST. If you're one of the regulars that watches, we will be there. Don't know if Ted's coming along, me and Chris, it will be there. Paul's in from Team Inept. Hey Paul, you're a bit late, but never mind. Paul's saying, I think the tracks on the Torox are great. I'm tired of being track shamed, says Kenneth. They're the best thing about it, says Paul. Yeah, it's an in-joke, don't worry. Yeah, we'll be here for the live stream on Monday for E-Models. But until next time, take care of yourselves, go make something awesome, go be awesome, and I'll say adios amoebas.